And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting going here with the second half, and we are in the consolation brackets for both mats right now. And we are looking at mat number 2, where we have Isaiah Longoria and Brian Castañeda, and over we have mat 1. We have Jose Orozco and Billy Flores. So right here on this mat, we're watching Orozco from Victoria East taking on Flores from Corpus Christi Carroll. And right now it's Flores with a 4-1 advantage on points. These are all consolation semifinals. This is the 126-pound consolation bracket for District 15 5A. And I want to ask everybody who is watching, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, if you're going to participate in the comments, we welcome that. We welcome everybody doing that. But please, please, please keep it nice. And there's a lot of families and children and students and even the teams watching on live right now. So please, 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 we ask if you're going to be participating in the live chats, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, please, please, please keep it nice. No derogatory comments. Basically, if you have nothing nice to say, please, let's keep it off the chat and keep it nice and friendly for everybody who's watching. So this is the part 2 of the District 15 5A meet. We're opening with the consolation. Here we have Orozco on top of Flores. And over on mat 2, we're going to look in on this match here. On mat 2, we're going to be Robert Glory and Zachary Richmond. This one, the 138-pound consolation semifinal. Looks like we have a stoppage over there on mat 1. Right now, Glory on top of Richmond. And in the points, he's up 4-0 here. And both locking up here in the center of the mat. And Glory to the ground once again, scores more points there. Has another takedown, and he's now up 8-1 over Richmond. And right now they're checking on Orozco back on mat 1 in the 126-pound Consolation semis. Eventually we will be switching over to one mat. Right now using both mats, and we are in the Consolation semifinals currently. Right now, Glory all over Richmond. He has a commanding 13-1 lead. And the end of round 2 here in this bout, and it's a 16-1 advantage for Glory. And we'll move back over here. We're deadlocked at 8-8 in the 126-pound Consolation semifinal matchup between Orozco and Flores, and both dead heat, locked at 8. So right here, it's Flores starting in the top position right now on top of Orozco, and these are going to score a point over to Orozco, who now takes the advantage 9-8. Here we have Flores. He's got Orozco in quite the predicament here. And both competitors back to their feet. And Orozco with the 10-8 advantage here with a minute to go in round number 3. So 30 seconds left, and Orozco leading Flores 10-8. So we'll see if Flores, with the last 30 seconds, can come up with a score. And he goes for the legs there. And Flores all over it. And Orozco on top of Flores here. Last 13 seconds. And we get a whistle blown. Back to the center of the mat for the restart. And Flores going for the legs, trying to score a takedown here. And Orozco on top of it here. And that's going to be the whistle. And Orozco going to hold on and come out victorious here in the Consolation semifinal in the 126-pound division. And we head over to the second mat. We just saw a pinfall. The victory here for Mendoza over Serpas. So coming up next on mat number 1, David Ramirez versus Dallas Flores. Ramirez, the freshman from Vets, Flores, freshman from Corpus Christi Carroll, who's wearing the white stripe in the center there, and in the all blue is going to be Ramirez. And Flores and Ramirez, a minute into the first round here, both locking up, trying to gain position. And there's a pinfall victory for Flores. Late in round number 1 with about 25, 26 seconds to spare. And over here, on mat 2, we have Danny Ramirez versus Dallas Flores, I believe. Actually, this is Eduardo Flores versus Wyatt Mikan. And Mikan on top of Flores here. And he's going to score the pinfall victory late in round number 1. And let's shift over back to mat number 1. And right now on mat number 1, we have Tobias Garcia versus Isaiah Zamaron in the 145 consolation semis, and a pinfall victory here. Going to be awarded to Isaiah Zamaron in the 145 consolation semis. And let's go over here to mat number 2. And we have Pinon versus Lucy. And on mat 1, we have Matthew Medrano and Caleb Cruz in the 170-pound consolation semis. And here's a bridge from Pinon, but loose on top for here. Loose trying to get the shoulders down, and he's going to score the pinfall. Is Nathan Luce. Over Pinon. So he'll move on to the 195 consolation semis. It looks like we're done over there on mat number 1. So up next, we have a 170-pound consolation semi, followed by a 220-pound consolation semi. Here on mat 2. And here we have Reagan Harridge versus Santiago Gonzalez on mat number 2 in the consolation semis, 220-pound division. And a nice takedown there from Gonzalez. Scores 2 points here, and we're midway through round number 1. And we have Rashawn Wynn versus James Garza in mat number 1. That's the 220-pound consolation semi. So both 220 consolation semis going on right now. The winners of each will face each other. And right now, it looks like we're going to have Gonzalez try to get Harridge on his back. And Harridge trying to bridge out, but not going to be enough there as Santiago Gonzalez moves on here as he gains the pinfall victory late in round number 1. And he'll go to the consolation finals. And up over here we have Wynn and Garza. Rashawn Wynn versus James Garza, 220-pound consolation semis. Winner will face Gonzalez in the consolation final. Wynn trying to force Garza's shoulders to the mat. He has an early advantage, and Wynn gonna take down Garza via pinfall here with 48 seconds to go in round number 1. So now we are heading to the championship and first place matches. Right now. So over on mat 2, we're going to have a third place match. It's going to be Jason Flores versus Nicholas Flores. And it looks like we're going to be flipping over to one mat pretty soon here. So while they get everything ready, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live. Back soon.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first championship match, and it's a quick one here. As it's going to be Jesus Nunez with a 106-pound championship victory as he pins Mark Libran. So we got our first champion there. And we are now headed to the 113 division. Adrian Martinez versus Tyler Hall. Martinez out of Victoria East and Hall out of Ray. 113-pound championship match. So following this, we're going to have the 120-pound, followed by 126, 132, 138, all here on mat number 1, the first place matches. And here we have Martinez trying to get Ray over. Ray moving into the bridge, and Ray trying to bridge, but good positioning here by Martinez. And he's going to score the pinfall. And Martinez, the 113-pound district champion, out of Victoria East, Adrian Martinez defeats Tyler Hall. So coming up next, So now we have James Ramon versus David Juarez. Ramon representing Moody, Juarez representing King. The 120-pound first place match. Jason and Nick Flores wrestling on mat number 2 for third place, but we're going to keep you here on these championship matches, ladies and gentlemen. As Ramon, right now, the aggressor here in the early going. And here's Ramon trying to get Juarez over. So right now it's a 4-1 advantage for Ramon. Right now on top of Juarez, with the seconds ticking down here in this final, in this first round here. And it's now 6-1 Ramon after the first round in the 120-pound championship match. Let's look in quickly on the third place match here between Jason and Nick Flores. And right now, Nick Flores with the 7-4 advantage late in round number 1. So we'll continue to monitor that, but we're headed back to the championship match and the 120-pound weight class. Ramon versus Juarez, and a big takedown there for Ramon. And Ramon with an 11-1 advantage in the points. As they head to that far end of the mat, they're going to call the whistle and return to the center mat here. And it's an 11-2 advantage here for Ramon over Juarez. The big takedown there by Ramon. Set a couple on this bout so far. And Ramon getting Juarez in quite a predicament there, but Juarez able to turn around back on his belly towards the floor. "20 seconds to go here in round number 2. Both competitors to their feet. Ramon with a 15-3 advantage here, and another takedown by Ramon, who's just dominating this matchup right now over Juarez. And the time about to expire, and trying to get the shoulders down, and that's going to do it here for round number 2 as Ramon big. And here we are in this third place match. Jason Flores runs out of time here in round number 2, and it's 16-10 Jason Flores over Nick Flores. Heading into round 3 in that third place match, but here we are in the championship match, and Ramon gets the pinfall victory over Juarez, and he is the 120-pound district champion. So let's move over here to the third place match. We'll look into it a little bit while we get the 160-pound matchup going between Davis from Corpus Christi Vets and Ramirez from Ray. The senior Davis going against Ramirez from Ray, the freshman. In that 160-pound match, so we're looking on that one once it gets going. But right now we're in this bout here. And the pinfall victory to Jason Flores as he takes third place in the 120-pound division. So here we go. Joseph Davis versus Cole Ramirez. Cole Ramirez, the freshman out of Ray, taking on the senior Davis. Out of Veterans Memorial. And Davis quickly scoring a takedown here. The lead 2-0 early, and Davis just trying to overpower the freshman here, who scores a point, and there's another takedown to the floor. So 2 takedowns here for Davis in the early going, and we're not even a minute into the first round here. And a couple of escapes from Ramirez, as he's proving to be a little bit more slippery than thought here to Davis. But Davis, definitely the aggressor here as he's trying to overpower the freshman, and he takes him down once again. And Davis trying to get the freshman Ramirez around here. And Davis flips over. Now Ramirez gets to his feet, as does Davis. And both scoring there on those. And another takedown for Davis. And it's 12-3 in favor of Davis. And he picks up another takedown. And just all over Ramirez here in this first round. And the round's going to expire. And it's been all Davis here so far. Took over in the third place match. Liger and De La Paz. Right now dead heated at 2-2. So it started round 2 here, and it's 14-3 in favor of Davis over Ramirez in the 160-pound championship match. And Davis trying to get Ramirez over. And Ramirez in trouble now as Davis trying to force him into a fall here, and he's going to pick up the pinfall victory. And that was Davis overpowering Ramirez there throughout that bout, and he gets it a pinfall here in the early second round. So he's the 160-pound district champion, Joseph Davis. And let's move over to this third place match between Liger and De La Paz. Liger from King, De La Paz from Carroll. Deadlock at 2-2 here, the 160-pound third place match. And over on mat number 1, we're about to get going with the 285-pound first place match as Jacob Cates takes on Matthew Rosas. Right here in third place, 160-pound division. Liger and De La Paz going at it, and De La Paz getting Liger over, and he's going to score the pinfall victory and take home third place. So here we go, Jacob Cates versus Matthew Rojas here. Should be a good one, couple of big guys here. They look very physical in their semifinal matches.
Wrestling for first place from Corpus Christi King High School, Cates, and from WB Ray High School, Rosas.
So Jacob Cates from King and Matthew Rosas from Ray.
Veterans Memorial, Rivera, and from West Central East, Trevino.
A couple of strong young men here going at it. See who can get the early advantage. As we mentioned, very aggressive victories in their semifinal matchups. And here we have Cates scoring the pinfall victory here midway through round number 1. And Jacob Cates dominant there early on as he pins Matthew Rosas to take home first place in the 285-pound weight class. Look over here at third place. Andres Rivera versus David Trevino. Rivera out of Corpus Christi Vets, Trevino out of Wesco East. And on mat 1, Arredondo versus De Leon, 126-pound first place match being set up. Arredondo from Moody, De Leon from Corpus Christi King. So while we're waiting that first place match to be set up here, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be picture in picture so you can keep watching this third place match here between Riviera and Trevino. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still in the middle of the third place match between Rivera and Trevino as the second round is going to expire. First place matches will continue in about 15 minutes due to timing rules here. So the 126-pound match between Jeremiah Arredondo and Damien De Leon. Arredondo out of Moody, De Leon out of King. At 159, I believe, is what they said. So in the meantime, we're going to keep you here on these third place matches. All right, now it's a 3-2 advantage for Trevino over Rivera. And this in the third round, 1 point advantage for Trevino. And we're coming down to the last 46 seconds. Last 20 seconds of this bout. And Trevino and Riviera, 1 point difference between the two. And a quick takedown attempt awarded, and Trevino comes out victorious in this third place match. And Trevino victorious in the 285-pound weight class and takes home third place. So we have a little bit of a intermission, so we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live, back after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still on a brief break. We'll be back in about 5 more minutes, I believe, due to a timing rule. So we're going to be back with the 126-pound match after this. So keep it here for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with the start of the 126-pound championship. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the 126-pound final between Jeremiah Arredondo and Damien De Leon. De Leon fighting or wearing green, representing King, and Arredondo representing Moody. And Jose Orozco taking on Isaiah Longoria in the third place match for 126 on the second mat, but we're going to keep you here for this final. And there's a takedown early on for Arredondo. So coming down to the last 20 seconds here of this first round. And Arredondo on the top position here against De Leon. De Leon trying to escape and get back to his feet. And the last seconds are going to tick down here. So that's the end of round number one. Here goes round number two as we reset in the center of the mat here. And there's a takedown attempt by De Leon. Arredondo been the aggressor in this one and keeping De Leon off his game here so far, with De Leon to his feet and back down to the ground. Arredondo is going to score another takedown and is now in the advantage 4-0. And here's a bridge by De Leon, and Arredondo trying to get him down. And he's going to score the pinfall. He is Arredondo. And he takes home first place in the 126-pound class.
Wrestling for the district champion at 132 from Moody High School, Lobato. From W.B. Ray High School, Jackson Bloom. Gentlemen, relax. Gentlemen, relax. We have another bout still to go.
All right, so we're back here. We're going to be on this third place bout. First place bout for 132 yet to start between Bloom and Lobato. And we're still here in the 126-pound third place match with Orozco from Victoria East holding the advantage against Longoria from Victoria West. And there's a bridge. And Orozco on top, and Longoria trying to bridge out here. And Orozco going to take the pinfall here, as he's going to take third place in the 126-pound division. So moving back over to mat 1, Leonardo Lobato versus Jackson Bloom. This is the 132-pound weight class. So Bloom in white representing Ray, Lobato representing Moody. So Bloom scoring an early 2 points. Bloom on the top position here. Leads 2-1 over Lobato. About 30 seconds into round number 1. And Lobato back to his feet with Bloom holding on. And both back to their feet, but Bloom not letting go. both to their feet, and they go to that far end of the mat. Whistle call. 24 seconds left here in this first round. This is a 132-pound first place match between Moody's Leo Lobato and Ray's Jackson Bloom. So the end of round one, it's 2-1 here with Bloom on top of Lobato. Coming up on 30 seconds into this second round here in this 132-pound final. And here's Bloom trying to get Lobato over in the center of the mat. And Bloom, the aggressor here. And Bloom trying to get Lobato over. And Lobato back on his tummy here. And Bloom has got Lobato over, who's trying to bridge on one leg. Bloom's got him locked in here. And Lobato able to turn back around. But it's 9-1 with Bloom scoring a couple of near falls. Well, 9-2. The advantage now for Bloom. And there's Lobato going for the takedown, and he's going to score himself one. And the advantage is 9-4, and now Lobato on top of Bloom. Bloom back up to his knees. 20 seconds to go. And Bloom has Lobato back in position for another near fall. And just seconds left. And Bloom getting close. Lobato trying to bridge out. And it's close here. And Lobato bridges out. And that's the end of the round. And close there a couple of times, but Bloom scoring multiple near falls, and it's 14-4, headed to round number 3 in the 132-pound championship match. And we are a go here in round number 3. And Bloom on top of Lobato again. Lobato in a pinning predicament. Another near fall scored here for Bloom. And Lobato trying to get out, but Bloom trying to power him down this time. Bloom's had him here, and Lobato's gotten out. Can he do it again? And there's the pinfall victory for Bloom. And Bloom defeats Lobato via pinfall in the second round. Had him a couple of different times there, but finally Bloom able to pick up the victory via pinfall. Let's go back over to mat number 2, where we got Dallas Flores taking on Viraj Palikonda. Right now it's Flores with the 10-4 advantage. And over on mat 1, we're setting up with the 138-pound first place match, Tinana versus Trevino. Tinana from Ray, Trevino from Carroll. 138-pound match, senior taking on a sophomore. So that match going to get started. We're going to move you away from this one here. And we got a victory here for Flores, who scores a 10-5 win. And the start of the 138-pound championship, Alexander Tinana versus Marcos Trevino. Tinana from Ray, Trevino from Carroll. And Tinana scoring a near fall here early, so he's up 5-0. And Tinana up again, just handling Trevino here in the early going. Nearly gets him into another near fall. And Tinana just all over Trevino. And he gets the pinfall victory here early on with just 41 seconds in. It's all he needs to take home the 138-pound district championship. So let's move over here to third place in the 138-pound division. Robert Glory versus Alejandro Dominguez. Glory out of King, Dominguez out of Moody. So coming up next on mat 1, we're going to have the 145-pound final. We have Roman Corona out of Vets taking on Damon Gutierrez out of Ray. So a competitive start here to the Glory Dominguez third place match. 24 seconds to go here in first round. Nobody score a point. And that's going to be the end of the first round, what we're going to try to set up here. I believe we're waiting on the first place match to conclude, but as you see, Corona and Gutierrez getting ready for the 145-pound first place match. So we're going to wait for this match to conclude here. So while we do, we'll take another break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are awaiting the end of the third place match here between Glory and Dominguez. And right now it's a 3-point lead for Glory towards the end of round number 2 as Dominguez gets to his feet from Moody. And there's a takedown there. And Glory able to get back on top. So we got a near fall score to Glory there towards the end. So a 2-point near fall scored to Glory. And he now has a 5-0 advantage. Here heading into the third round. It's now a 7-0 advantage here for Glory. A minute to go, and he's on top of Dominguez here. And Dominguez trying to fight out and lock up Glory, who slips out of that lock and gets him over. Dominguez trying to bridge out. And Glory going to score the pinfall and the victory as he takes home third place in the 138-pound division.
Wrestling for the championship in 145 weight class from Veterans Memorial, Corona, and from WB Wright High School, Gutierrez.
So Corona, Roman Corona and Damon Gutierrez going at it here for the 145-pound district championship.
And wrestling for third place at 145 from Moody High School, Zamaron, and from Carroll High School, Garza.
So Corona representing Corpus Christi Vets in the all blue. Gutierrez representing Ray. And Gutierrez, with early 2-0 lead here, trying to escape here and scores another 2 points. And Corona on top, trying to make something happen and trying to flip Gutierrez over, but Gutierrez not budging here as he gets back on his stomach, and here's a lock put on, and Gutierrez was in trouble there a little bit. So it's Corona with the 7-0 lead here. A little confused here on the online menu. Corona in red, Gutierrez in green, but and there's going to be a pinfall picked up by Corona. He's going to take the pinfall here late in round number 1, as he's going to take home the 145-pound championship. And we'll move over to the third place match between Isaiah Zamaron and Gabriel Garza. Right now it's Zamaron with the 4-point advantage. Now we're starting the second round here. 145-pound third place match here. Zamanon versus Garza. Midway through round number 2. And it's still Zamaron on top, 4-0. Garza in trouble, trying to bridge out here, and Zamaron in good position. And Garza can't seem to bridge out, and he's not. And Zamaron going to get the pinfall victory here. And over in the 152-pound division for the championship, we're going to have Giovanni Trevino versus Asher Hobart. Trevino representing Victoria East in the black with red letters. Hobart representing Vets with the solid blue.
Wrestling for the championship in the 152 weight class from Victoria East, Trevino, and from Veterans Memorial, Hobart. And wrestling for third place
Early advantage here to Hobart. We have a whistle here. And over for third place, we have Damian Mendoza versus Stubblefield. With Mendoza on top of Stubblefield 4-3 in that third place match. So we're through one here, and it's in the 152-pound championship match. Hobart leading Trevino 2-0. And the start of round number 2. And Trevino trying to get to his feet, but Hobart on top, having that ankle hooked. And Trevino in trouble as Hobart in position, trying to score a near fall here or the pin. And Hobart in position here. And there's a bridge attempt by Trevino and the pinfall victory for Hobart. With 45 seconds left to go in the second round, Asher Hobart takes home the 152-pound championship with the victory over Trevino. So let's move over to the third place match with Mendoza and Stubblefield. This one late in the second round, 34 seconds to go. And it's an 8-6 advantage for Mendoza. And that's the whistle and end of round number 2. And starting round 3, and it's a 8-6 advantage for Mendoza over Stubblefield. And Stubblefield taking the advantage here. Mendoza trying to bridge out, and here's Stubblefield. Stubblefield in position as Mendoza trying to work his way around and out, and he gets turned around. But Stubblefield locked in, and Mendoza back on his back, and he's trying to bridge out of this pinning predicament. Coming up on a minute left, Stubblefield in good position here, and he's got Mendoza. And Mendoza trying to bridge out. And there's the pinfall victory for Stubblefield. With 55 seconds left in round number 3, Stubblefield gets the pinfall victory over Mendoza. Moving on to the 170-pound championship match. 3 more championship matches. We have the 170, 182, 195, and 220. Here, the 170 between Aaron Gonzalez and Damon Guevara. Gonzalez representing King, a senior, and Guevara representing Victoria West. 170-pound district title.
From King High School, Gonzalez. And from Victoria West, Guevara. And wrestling for 3rd place in the 170 weight class, from WB Ray, Cruz. And from Miller High School, Aguirre.
And in the 3rd place match on mat 2, Caleb Cruz representing Ray and Abraham Aguirre representing Miller. And 3rd place match over for 170. Right here, it's an early advantage for Gonzalez, the senior out of King, as he leads 2-0. And it remains 2-0 here early on for Gonzalez as we are winding down here in round number 1 inside of 10 seconds to go. And Guevara is appearing to be injured. And it looks to be his knee, and we're going to head over to this mat while they tend to him, and it looks like his day is done here. Didn't look good at all there. It's just, as you were able to catch there, as we panned away, we never want to show these student athletes in a rough light like that. Hate to see it, and we really, really are hoping and wishing that he is okay. And it's Damien Guevara in the 170-pound championship match, trailing 2-0 early there. And Guevara is up to his feet on his own power. It looked worse than it is, but I believe his day is over. So the winner is going to be Aaron Gonzalez and Guevara. All done. He was having a really great match, unfortunately cut short, and it looked to be, and we're really glad to see him walk off on his own power, and he looks to be doing well, but the injury looked pretty ugly. As Guevara gets checked on now, we'll turn our attention over to this 3rd place match for 170-pound weight class, 3rd place. So right here, it's a 7-2 advantage for Cruz over Aguirre here. And that's the end of round number 2 here in the 170-pound third place match. It looks like they're going to tend to Cruz. I believe there was blood, so while they tend to him, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the action. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the third place match, Cruz versus Aguirre. 170-pound third place match. Waiting for this one to conclude so we can get on with the championship matches over in mat 1. 182 on deck with Adrian Rivera versus George De Los Santos. Rivera from Vets, De Los Santos from Ray. And there's an aggressive attempt there by Cruz, so Aguirre gets on top. And there's a pinfall victory for Aguirre. And we're going to get on here to the 182-pound division.
Wrestling for the district champion at the 182 weight class, from Veterans Memorial, Rivera, and from WB Ray High School, De Los Santos. Wrestling for third place at 182, from Victoria West, Maiken, and from Miller High School, Nahia.
So here in this 182 matchup, Rivera versus De Los Santos. Rivera in the blue, De Los Santos in the red. And there's a takedown. First 2 points of the match scored over to Rivera. And we're here in the early stages of round number 2, the 182 division. As De Los Santos gain on top of Rivera, who flips it over, and now he's got De Los Santos down. De Los Santos trying to bridge, and Rivera going to get the pinfall victory here in the 182 division. And he's the 182-pound district champion, Adrian Rivera. So we'll head over to mat number 2, where we are in the second round, just about to get going between Mikan and Mejia. There's Mikan trying for a takedown. And Mejia stays on top here. So just 4 more matches to go right after this one. We have the first and third place matches for 195 and 220. And right now we're awaiting the end of this 182 match. Here's Mejia trying to get Mikan over. Mejia out here with a headlock. As the last second's going to tick down here in round number 2, and it's a 2-0 advantage for Mejia in the points. And one more round to go here. So a minute and a half to go here in this third round of the 182-pound third place match. And Mejia all over Mike in here. Trying to hold on to a narrow lead, and Mike trying to get to his feet and does. And Mejia back to the ground. And Mejia holding on. Inside of a minute to go now. Coming up to the final seconds. And Mejia trying just to stay on top of Mike in here as we take down to 5 seconds now. And that's going to do it here for the third place bout. And the winner going to be Ernesto Mejia. And the third place bout. So we have 2 more bouts, championship bouts left, 2 more third place matches left. And right now on the 195-pound district championship match is going to be Andrew Valenzuela versus Jonathan Flores. Flores representing Moody, Valenzuela representing Carroll.
And wrestling for third place in the 195 weight class from W.B. Ray High School, Luce, and from King High School, Bravo.
So Luce and Bravo over in mat number 2 for the 195-pound third place. And here's an early near fall by Valenzuela. Valenzuela trying to get Flores over. Valenzuela trying to get some leverage. And he's nearly got him over. And Valenzuela trying just to muscle that shoulder down to Flores. And Flores trying to struggle out of it. But Valenzuela's got good position. He's got his arm wrapped, and good job there by Flores just to get over. But a near fall attempt, 3 points taken by Valenzuela. So it's 5-0. Valenzuela he leads in the points. It's 195-pound first place match. Late here in round number 1. And a takedown there from Valenzuela. And that's the end of the round. And Valenzuela with an early lead. So we're going to start with Flores in the top position over Valenzuela. And both competitors to their feet. And Flores on top of Valenzuela, and Flores, and Valenzuela trying to turn it around, trying to bridge, and he does. And we're going to get the near fall counted. So 3 points over to Flores for the near fall, and then another 2 over to Valenzuela for the reversal. So 7-3 Valenzuela. And Valenzuela on top of Flores again, trying to get him over. Yeah, we're inside of a minute here in this second round. And Valenzuela staying on Flores. He's nearly got him over once again. And Flores doing a good job of getting him back on his belly side. And a near fall being credited here to Valenzuela. So who now leads 9-3. And the last seconds ticking down here. And Valenzuela trying to get Flores over, and that's going to be it here for round number 2 in this 195-pound district championship. And we're headed to the third round, and it's a 6-point advantage in the points for Valenzuela. So down to the last minute here in this match, and it's an 11-3 lead by Valenzuela over Flores. And down to the last 25 seconds of this one. 8-point advantage from Valenzuela as he looks to be on his way to a district championship in the 195-pound weight class over Flores, who's trying to get to some sort of base, back to his feet, but doesn't look like he's going to do it here as the final seconds tick off, and that's going to be it here as Andrew Valenzuela defeats Jonathan Flores in the 195-pound finals. So, third place match finished a while ago. And we're down to our final 2 matches here. So here we go, 220 pound bout. It's going to be Adam Ramirez versus Jonathan Gonzalez. So Ramirez representing Moody, Gonzalez representing Ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling for the district champion at the 220 weight class from Moody High
So
School,
midway through the first round,
and from WP Ray, Gonzalez.
Adam Ramirez and Jonathan Gonzalez doing battle here.
And wrestling for third place at 220.
And in third place, Santiago Gonzalez taking on Rashawn Wynn. Wynn representing King, Gonzalez representing Carroll. And we're coming to the last seconds here of round number 1. And there's a nice takedown from Gonzalez, who leads 3-0 here, and he's trying to get Ramirez down, and he's going to get the pinfall victory here in the early part of round number 2. And Jonathan Gonzalez victorious here in the 220-pound first place match, and he wins the district title at 220 pounds. And we still have the third place match going. Checking on one of the competitors here. I believe there's some blood, but so this is the final match here, and having a little bit of a timeout. So we'll take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
See the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Final bout of the day. We've been here since 10:30. Had about a half-hour break for lunch and a couple of minutes here and there, but otherwise we've been here the entire time since 10:30. It's been a long day here, but last match is going to be this third-place bout in the 220-pound division between Santiago Gonzalez and Rayshawn Wynn. And right now, starting round number 2, and we're still in a dead heat, scoreless bout. So a minute and a half left to go here in round number 2. Wynn has Gonzalez down here. And Wynn is going to score the pinfall. And that's going to do it here for the third place match in the 220-pound division. As Rayshawn Wynn is victorious and takes home third place. And that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a little bit of a break, and then we're going to have a quick ceremony to end the thing here. We're going to have superlatives. We're going to have a district championship team results. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Training staff, also thank you. Trainers for doing what you do for all of us, and officials, we appreciate your efforts today. And so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start the awards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start out with the superlatives. Most outstanding male wrestler in the heavyweight classification, from King High School, Jacob Hakes.
Most outstanding wrestler, heavyweight.
Most outstanding classification from Moody High School, James Ramon.
Both up standing right.
And our newcomer of the year, who hopefully we will see much more of in the years to come, from WB Ray High School, Cole Ramirez.
And Cole Ramirez from WB Ray High School, the newcomer of the year.
And our second place team for district, King High School.
And the district second place, it's the King Mustangs.
Coach, come on. And your 2021 district champion.
And the district champions.
And coach of the year, Michael Wendell and WB Ray High School.
Michael Wendell and WB Ray High School, the district champions of 15-5A and coach of the year. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here for both days, Friday and here Saturday afternoon, for the 15-5A District Championships. I want to appreciate and thank everybody for joining us here. And give us a like, give us a share, and go follow us on all our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you guys do social media. We are there too. Real Sports Live, RIOSportsLive.com. Once again, the Ray Texans district champions. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. Going forward, a lot more coming up. Keep it here.